There's been a few moments difficult to not to cry, but today I don't feel sad. I feel happy, I feel proud of everything I did. Maybe in the next few days I realize that it's over and it's the time to miss everything around football. But right now I feel really happy. Sometimes football players, they only focus in trophies. I did in the past. I wanted to live as many trophies as possible. I'm playing the biggest game, and now that the end is coming, I look back and the best thing I achieve is the respect of everybody.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. And today's video is about what Fernando Torres learned throughout his journey as a football player. Now let's get started. Atletico's current competitive level, having such a demanding coach, Fernando's charisma, all of that made it a very awkward situation for everybody, having someone as charismatic as Fernando Torres who wasn't constantly playing in the team. That could end up harming the relationship between Diego and him. That's why I got them together in my house. And in that meeting, we agreed that it was best for the three parties to separate again for a while. Well, that meeting wasn't exactly like that. That meeting didn't come about because the club thought it wouldn't be good to have me on the bench. It's for me to decide if it's a good situation for me, if I'm okay with being player or hero, who ends his last years on the bench playing less and less, being left out and fading away. But it's not the club who tried to soften it and help with that transition, not at all. That meeting came about because of an unfortunate press conference with Simeone. I would like to know if you are willing to try and keep Fernando Torres for one more season. No.
No.
That's why the meeting happened. It was a meeting I went to listen because I thought I was going to get an apology or an explanation, but it wasn't that. We shared our opinions with the club owner, with Miguel Angel each, expressed our point of view. There isn't one right opinion and one wrong one. It was a very serious chat. And when there are serious chats, we could leave together and hug each other. Because he was honest with what he thought about me and I was honest about what I thought about him. So I think from that situation, it brings us to where we are now able to talk and look at each other because we had nothing back. And obviously, we were always as direct as we needed to be. Simeone was my teammate. First he was my hero, then my teammate and coach, and I understand how uncomfortable that relationship is from the point of view. I think Fernando was the most generous because he understood that if he continued, it could possibly become a tense situation. Fernando didn't want to be a problem for Atletico, and that's why he decided to leave. I think it is the best moment. There is never a good moment to say goodbye, but accepting the reality of my situation, you've seen how much I'm playing, which is very little, and maybe it's time to give way to others, right? I'm motivated and I feel I can play and then I can do it well, I can bring a lot and I want to keep playing. But maybe now with Atletico I'm not producing and maybe it's for the best. I think what has allowed me to spend so many years at an elite level is my way of competing. I was never the best or the fastest or the strongest or the best technically or the best shooter, but ultimately, football is competition. And once I arrived in Japan, I realized that was what wasn't allowing me to change my mindset. I have never been prepared to not compete, and you realize that when you experience it. I was looking for precisely what I didn't need, and for me that is competing, wanting to compete with people who are better than you. That pushes you to the full potential you have inside and that you often don't know. Atletico Madrid is once again in the final of UEFA Europa League, minus 17 years after his debut with the Atletico Madrid first team, Fernando Torres, leaving for England, playing in Italy, being a European champion, winning this very competition. Once again, 17 years after bursting onto the stage with the shirt of his beloved club, Torres lift the cup with Atletico Madrid. It's a story with a happy ending for Fernando Torres as he lift the cup. He is a legend who will hold the respect of the Colchoneros for the rest of his life. "22 years ago, I think, I was over there. I was an 11-year-old kid, and I came to see Atleti of 96 who won the double, and I saw them lift the cup, just like Kiko, and I dream about being here one day. To all the children who have dreams, anything is possible. Especially if you support Atletico. Forza Atleti." Four days later, last game of Fernando Torres. I'd like to start with all of those in the third tier, especially to two people. Luis Aragones, who we all owe so much, for showing us the way. I'd also like to mention my granddad, who gave me the best gift you can give a grandson, making them an Atleti fan. I don't know what I've done to make you love me so much. But you've made me the happiest man in the world. There have been a few moments when it has been difficult not to cry, but today I don't feel sad. I feel happy, I feel proud of everything I did.
It's been a few moments difficult to not to cry, but today I don't feel sad. I feel happy, I feel proud of everything I did. Maybe in the next few days I realize that it's over and it's the time to miss everything around football. But right now I feel really happy. Sometimes football players, they only focus in trophies. I did in the past. I wanted to live as many trophies as possible. I'm playing the biggest game, and now that the end is coming, I look back and the best thing I achieve is the respect of everybody. I feel really proud of maybe I give something back to football, especially to Spanish football. This is my biggest trophy. I'm the person I am today thanks to football.
For my whole career, I've thought, when I leave football and the years go by, I would look back and have the trophies. I've realized that I was wrong. Trophies aren't the most important. The most important moments are the ones that make you feel and you remember them. At the level of a World Cup or a Champions League. Because I had my people. My family and those who supported me were there when I went to the Calderon as a child. The ones who comforted me in the most difficult moments. The ones who give me the Atletico Madrid scarf as I toured the streets of Madrid with the national team, and those who saw me as an Atletico regardless of where I played and the position both the club and I found ourselves. I was a hero in the dark times. I had the responsibility and the luck to carry the flag, because I could be on the pitch, but I felt everybody's support. As I wasn't a hero in the winning times, I didn't have to show anyone I was a true Atletico. I would like people to remember me as an Atletico fan who had a dream, chased it, achieved it, and had a happy ending. I will always be linked to Atletico, and I'll always be a fan. I'll have my place in the stadium, and I'll come to watch. I did what any of them would do. One day it was my turn to go from stands to the pitch, and I gave what I used to ask players to give when I was in the stands. What any Euro fans who go every weekend to see their team would give. I was lucky that it was me. Thanks for watching the video. We'll be back with the next one. Until then, take care and subscribe to the channel.